Hey everybody, Ryan FMG here, and today the topic at hand is going to be talking about the new hero and her new hero art. So yesterday it was announced what the new set was, what the new hero is. So, a lot of hype things, especially because in just a couple weeks the card set does come out, and then a couple weeks after that there is the online worlds qualification. So there's a lot of reasons to be excited, and this is just like the first treat, the first tidbit. So let's talk about first the new franchise that is coming to Teppen. It is Okami. And the new hero is Amaterasu, which is the wolf right here. Before we talk about the hero powers, I do want to say that Amaterasu is a new red elemental hero. So therefore, that's good to keep in mind, because when we look at the three hero powers, it's good to keep in mind that they are red-centric hero powers, as well as on their official website, it doesn't say the AP cost of each hero power. However, on stream, it showed the cinematic of the hero power being used in the game, and you could see in the bottom left of how much AP that will be. So that's what I'm going off of. Maybe that might change, I'm not sure, but that's where I'm getting my numbers from. Okay, with all that said and done, let's dive in deep with talking about the hero powers. First on deck is Great Divine Intervention. This hero power costs 21 AP, and it says all friendly units gain plus 2 HP, as well as deal 3 damage to all enemy units. So that means it buffs all your units and hurts all their units, which is very, very strong. It also says any unit destroyed by this damage is removed from the game. This will not trigger death abilities. So revenge or anything like that, nope, it kind of silences that effect. This seems like an extremely, extremely powerful hero power that we will be seeing a lot of use. And I do kind of want to, compare and contrast this to already existing hero powers, because that's usually what you do. And I did mention that Amaterasu is a red hero, so therefore I want to more, look at the other red heroes like Jill, Rathalos, and Ryu, but we can look at the other colors. However, let's kind of look at Ryu. Ryu has Hadoken, which is 20 AP, so it is one less than Great Divine Intervention, and it says deal 7 damage to one target enemy unit. This is kind of similar, right? It is a removal spell, even though it is just a mass, deal 3 damage to everything spell, but it's kind of similar. And so is this better or worse than Hadoken? And also, if you look at Dark Destruction or a lot of the other removal hero powers, a lot of them are between 20 and 23. So 21 is kind of right in that home, which seems very fair. Possibly, maybe this is way stronger than all of those, and so it's maybe going to be very unfair. But looking at where things are now, it seems kind of right in that removal spell. You do have to realize, though, this is not hard removal. This is not like Hadoken just kind of killing anything and everything, or Dark Destruction that kills anything and everything 5 MP or below. This is just dealing 3 damage to each enemy unit. And yes, maybe you live the dream, and maybe your opponent has 3 units on the battlefield that are all 3 HP or less. You do this and you wipe their board, and then it's like, wow, that was way better than a Hadoken. But what if they just have a Ibuki on the battlefield? And so you deal 3 damage to their Ibuki and it doesn't kill it? Well, then you kind of want Hadoken over that. So, there is some give and take. However, we haven't even touched on the all your friendly units gain plus 2 HP. This is awesome, because even if it's not killing all or any of your enemy units, all your units get pumped. And so if you're kind of thinking a more traditional Ryu Hadoken package, you're playing a lot of, BB hoods and guys and all those ETB, trigger units that you're getting value playing. Well, then if you do this, you probably are killing quite a few things. Even not, you're giving all your guys and BB hoods plus 2 HP to really hit harder and stick around and really finish off those value trades. So overall, Great Divine Intervention, I'm very excited for, and I think it costing 21 makes me very excited, because yes, 21 is a little high, but for all that you're getting, it seems very good. Number 2 is Thunder Edge, and this costs 16 AP, so a lot cheaper, right? 16 is pretty darn cheap, and it says give plus 1 attack and agility to a friendly unit. This is very similar to a lot of other hero powers that we've seen. Not exactly the effect, but kind of, pumping one of your units with either attack or HP and giving it some sort of keyword like agility combo, anything of the sort. And since this is red, we have Blazing Wall, which is similar to this. You pump up one of your units, and that costs 15. Or you have anti-buy activation, which really beefs up one of your units, and that costs 15. So you have Blazing Wall 14, anti-buy activation of 15, and then Thunder Edge of 16. So this is a little bit more expensive than those, but not too much more expensive, right? It's not Takoha, which is what, 18 or something like that, which is more expensive and only lasts one turn. However, the effect of Takoha is pretty darn good. So this seems kind of right in the home of the other pump spell effects that are attached to a hero power. And you are giving +1 attack, so that is not a ton of attack, and you aren't getting any HP, but you are giving stuff agility. There are a ton of red units, or I'm looking at some purple units, that would love to be in a dual color deck with Resonate that you could just give +1 attack and agility to, and that seems super good. Or in red, there's some flyers with combo that you would love to give agility to. So agility in and of itself is a really strong keyword, and I think is up there of some of the strongest keywords, and also in a fast low to the ground pump spell centric red base deck, maybe with purple or some other color. I think Thunder's Edge could kind of take the place of a Blazing Wall or something like that. So 16 AP for this effect seems very, very good, and you definitely could use it once each game, and if the game goes a little bit longer, you can use it again. So I think this could find a new home in the low to the ground pump spell aggressive unit based deck. Number 3 is Celestial Envoy's Miracle, and this hero power costs 20 AP, and it says your hero gains all friendly red units gain +1 attack. I do want to emphasize the only red units, so this will probably just be in a mono red dot deck, or at least mono red units dot deck, because why would you be playing green or purple units when those aren't getting pumped by your hero power? Also, this ability stays for the rest of the game. So you get 20 AP, you do this, your hero is getting that pump spell. So it's giving all of your units that are on the battlefield and also in your hand, in your deck, all those +1 attack for the rest of the game. So I would assume if you do this twice, right, if you get 40 AP, which is a lot, right, not every game you'll get 40 AP, that it's +2 attack to everything. So this is somewhat similar to Rathalos Dive Attack, right? I am trying to look at the red units a little, or the red heroes a little bit more. So Dive Attack is 19 AP, and it gives all your friendly units, so all the ones on board, +2 attack. So it is +2 attack, which is one more. It is one less AP than Miracle. So, those stats kind of want you to be playing Rathalos a little bit more. However, those are just your units on the field, right? Once your opponent deals with those units, you kind of wasted your hero power. Your hero power effect is null and void. Where with Miracle, nope. Your opponent kills your units that are on the field. Guess what? The units that I play from my hand will also get the +1 attack. So I really like Miracle a lot more than Dive Attack, which, to be fair, I never really loved Dive Attack. I thought that was one of Rathalos' weaker ones overall. But I do think Miracle will be pretty good, because you could almost just have it a value, maybe like a value Ryu type list, which I say value Ryu, even though you won't be playing Ryu because you will be playing Miracle instead, a different hero. But you don't need big beefy creatures, because if you just do this on a BB Hood, it's like, well, now BB Hood has 3 attacks, so it could trade and hit harder. So there's not much to build around, or you could really build around this to make sure, to use a lot of agility or rush or combo or flight units, units with all the good juicy keywords, and make the Miracle even better. And so that this stacks and stuff like that and just stays for the rest of the game is kind of interesting and a unique mechanic that we will see on more of the cards in the future. But overall, I really like Miracle as well. So after talking about all 3 of them and looking at them and kind of comparing and contrasting to what we already have in the game, I'm really excited for all 3 of these. I cannot wait to build decks that are going to try to utilize these 3 hero powers to the best of their abilities, because I think all these 3 hero powers have a very good chance of being pretty good to very, very good. Because I think all the effects are very powerful or look like they could be potentially powerful, and all the costs seem kind of fair. And I don't mean fair of oh, that's fair and balanced. I just mean okay, well, that's not super cheap, so that's going to be super broken right off the bat, but it's not super expensive. Some of these effects, it's if you told me, oh, this effect costs 23 for the first one rather than 21, I'd be like, yeah, okay, but it costing 21 is like, okay, that's kind of a little bit cheaper than maybe I would, rate it or cost it first value. So I'm pretty excited to get my hands on the new hero, play with these new hero arts, and I'm trying to think of which ones I like more. Overall, I think 1 and 2 are going to be a little bit more powerful than 3, just because those types of decks tend to be a little bit more powerful. But I wouldn't be surprised if 3 is more powerful than I'm giving it credit for. And also, it's not that I think number 3 is terrible. It's just that number 1 and 2 seem like they could do some degenerate things a little bit faster and more reliable. But that's it for this video. I'm excited. I hope you guys are getting excited too for the new hero and all the new toys that we will be getting soon in Teppen. But thank you all for watching. I'll see you all next time.